Hey, this is Stephanie Garner. I'm the Director of Parent Support and Education at Down Syndrome Indiana, and I just wanted to take a minute to touch base about something new that's happening in the state of Indiana, particularly for those on the family support and CIH waivers. Used to be that once you got on those waivers, you were kind of set. It took a lot to lose eligibility for those waivers. We didn't really see a lot of that happening, but now things are changing and we have to go through an interview process on a yearly basis to be able to maintain those waiver eligibilities. So for family support and the CIH, Community Integration and Habilitation Waiver. If you are on one of those, you'll probably be getting contacted by your case manager at some point in the near future about scheduling an interview. This interview is called Inter-RAI. I have no idea what that means, but that is the interview process that they're going to use. There are different questionnaires for babies and toddlers, for young children, for older children, and for adults. Not sure exactly how many different levels there are, but they are different sets of questions. And those questions are administered by your case manager in person. And it typically takes, what I'm hearing, is 2 to 3 hours. So I've heard some optimistic estimates saying, oh, you can get it done in 1 hour, but it is a longer process. And the thing that I need you to know is that your answers to those questions are basically determining whether or not your loved one stays on the Medicaid waiver. And so it is really important that you put yourself in the right mindset when you go to do this interview. Many of us as parents tend to look at the world through very rose-colored glasses, right? We see the positive in our kids. We are looking at them from a strengths-based approach for all the things that they can do, rather than focusing on what they can't do. And in this interview, that is the wrong approach. We absolutely want you telling the truth. Tell the truth. Be honest. But you have to kind of shift your mindset so that you are looking at your child, your loved one, your adult, compared to other folks their age. What are they doing that is similar to other folks their age? What can they not do compared to someone else their age? And so we really want to look at this interview from a deficit-based approach. Let me give you just a couple examples, like personal examples. So my daughter, for example, is 14 and she's doing great. If I were going to talk to you parent to parent, I would tell you like, oh my gosh, she's so independent. She dresses herself. She's totally independent dressing. She is doing chores by herself. And I'm so proud of her. She's doing so great. When I'm doing my interview, which is happening tomorrow, by the way, when I'm doing my interview though, my answers are going to be a little bit different. Not untrue, just my focus is different, right? So my daughter is absolutely dressing herself and she's doing a great job of it, but she can't do it without supervision. I still have to be there because it's very possible that she might wear a summer dress in the middle of winter when it's 20 degrees outside, or she might wear something where her butt's hanging out. And I'm like, that's not appropriate to wear to the grocery store. We can't do that. And so I have to have her change. She also can't do a lot of fasteners and buttons still. She doesn't have the fine motor skill. So if she's wearing a particular outfit that requires a lot of buttoning, I have to step in and help her with that. In fact, she doesn't own jeans that have buttons because she can't navigate those on her own. So if I were to just buy her whatever clothes she wanted, she couldn't navigate those independently. I have to be there. I have to be there giving her prompts, right? So, well, as a mom, I view that as really independent. The reality is she's not independent because I'm there providing support. Same thing with chores. She's incredibly independent with chores. She loves doing chores. But again, the reality is that I have to be there. I am the one standing there helping prompt her what happens next. I have to be there to do little pieces of every chore that she's not able to navigate on her own because she doesn't have the fine motor skill. If I wasn't there telling her to do that chore, would that chore get done? No, right? So in reality, while I feel as a mom that she's independent, the reality is she's not independent because I am providing the support to help her be able to be successful with those things. So that's the shift that we have to make in our mindset when we're going through this interview. And I know that for many of us, it feels really yucky to focus on the negatives, to focus on the stuff that our kids can't do. So what I'm going to do before my interview is sit down, take a breather, shift my mindset to all of the things that my daughter can't do compared to someone else her age. And then when my interview is over, I'm going to wash all that negativity away, and I'm going to think about how absolutely wonderful and amazing she is. And I'm going to go back to being all sunshine and roses. But during that interview, I'm going to be vulnerable and real with my case manager. I know this is a lot to process. If you are worried, if you have questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at DSI. We are always here to help. You can call us at 317-925-7617 or shoot us an email. We definitely want to hear from you, and we want to be here to support you. And remember, what you answer on this interview determines whether or not your loved one stays on that Medicaid waiver. Good luck.